Okay, welcome to masterclass number 4. Today we're going to be working through bridge with Laura. Considering that she could be more of a beginner client in bridge, this is an exercise as well that's used a lot in group reformer classes, but sometimes when we see people do the bridge, is they tend to hinge from their back. They lose their glute support and the articulation through the spine. So one of the things that we like to teach at APPI is really that first movement of the pelvis before rolling up into the bridge. So today I'm going to take Laura through it. I'm going to give her a block as well, which I think is really nice, especially when you're working with someone one-on-one, just to give them that sense of support through their pelvis. You don't have to have it, but it just keeps the legs nice and even. So bringing your heels onto the bar. The reason why we bring the heels onto the bar is to get the hamstrings and glutes working when she rolls up into the shoulder bridge. So, starting off with a little space underneath the lower back, the shoulders and the neck long, the shoulder blades down the back and the neck long. Laura, just taking a normal breath in for me. Inhale through your nose. Good. Then as you exhale, let the breath empty and imagine you're tipping your hip bones towards you, almost like you're pressing that imaginary blueberry underneath your back, and then roll back. So for me in any shoulder bridge, this movement is the most important to get the glutes to fire before she rolls up. So Laura knows what to do here. I'm going to just get her to do a shoulder bridge. Scoop through the tummy, lift up through your hips and come all the way up into a shoulder bridge. Pause there. Shoulder bridge, the knees, the quads are in line with the knees and the hips. Take a breath in and drop the fronts of the ribs, the lower tummy, the lower back and the pelvis all the way down and relax. So, number 1, the first point of call to get the proper rolling through the spine has to start with this pelvic rock. So let's do one more like that. Rock, scoop. Bring your sit bones together and then start to curl and roll up through the spine. Beautiful articulation there. When she gets to here, she starts to use her hamstrings a bit more, but her glutes are obviously trying to work to get the hips up. In this phase, the glutes and the hamstrings are on. Roll down, back down through the spine, and in this phase, the hamstrings are starting to switch off, but the glutes are still on. What we might do now, Laura, is show a little hinging movement. So I'm going to get you to just lift your hips without curling. This is what happens a lot in group classes, is that people tend to lift from their hips without rolling and loads into their lower back. That's really tight there and that's not on much there, quite grippy through the hamstrings. So let's roll you back down. So, number 1 tip, when you're working through shoulder bridge with your clients, make sure you really teach them that pelvic rock. Imagining they're squashing that little blueberry, scooping their tummy, and that starts to work the glutes. And then as she peels up, her glutes are firing, and then the hamstrings can come on properly rather than just the hamstrings. Taking a breath in and scoop through the spine all the way down towards the floor and relax. And that's the end of masterclass number 4. Thank you.